look like a Burger King, Burger King, Burger King, Burger King, Burger King bitch. Birthday bitch.
Hello, I'm Bob Ross, and I'd like to welcome you
to the only Twisted Fate guide that matters. First, the reasons why this guy is the only one that matters. Reason 1. This guide is focused on what you should do in Plat, Yellow and below. But what about Diamond? Diamond people are arrogant snubs that think they know the game and the only thing holding them back getting to Challenger is a lucky win streak. So I will show you how to climb with TF, so you can become an arrogant snub as well. Reason 2. This guy doesn't give a fuck about details. I won't tell you when a Messiah ult should be done, or how you should look at your Lich Bane after level 13 so you can get 2 Lich Bane procs and 1 Q stun combo. I'll show you how to climb, and by then you will figure out these little things all by your own. Does that sound fair? Alright, let's do it then. Boring stuff out of the way. Here are the runes, and here are your starting items. Okay, cool stuff. Chapter 1. No goes on TF. Number 1. Do not harass with autos. I'm serious, don't do it. I'll tell you how to harass later in this video. Number 2. Do not use your ult if you don't create a numbers advantage. So if bot gets ganked, don't force a 3v3. Exception to this, when your bot gets dove, or your jungler is near around to... Number 3. Do not attempt to ult gank when you can't be sure that enemy jungler is near around. Ward up or spot first. Cool stuff. Chapter 2. Know your limits. You're not a 1v1 champion, and that's fine, embrace it. For the sake of simplicity, just think that you lose a straight up lane 1v1 always. The reason TF's lane phase is still pretty good is because of your stun and your jungler. Junglers love ganking for a TF, and your opponent knows that. So in conclusion, don't try to start shit, just shut them down when they come at you. Cool stuff. Chapter 3. Lane phase. Here's the 4-point plan how to survive lane phase. Point 1. Never stand still, always click. You got boost level 1, which basically no one else does. Every change of direction plays in your opponent's head that he might get ganked, and because he doesn't have boots, he can't outrun you. Point 2. Last hitting is done with your autos until level 4 almost exclusively. At level 5 you one-shot the back wave with 2 Qs, so you shove till you can get a bag where you can buy Catalyst. Point 3. Dematerialize at least 4 range minions. If your opponent is roaming or base, you have permission to dematerialize a cannon minion. Point 4. Always stand on the side that's warded or where your jungler is closest to. With awareness and boots, this should keep you safe most of the time. Chapter 3.1. Lane harassment. 1. Only exception for you to harass with an auto is versus a melee champion with bone plating to proc it. 2. Don't pull out a card and try to hit him. Walk into range, double tap W and hit them with it. Which card doesn't matter. 3. Throw a Q when your opponent is last hitting, but only if it doesn't mean that you lose CS. 4. Red card a minion that is close to your enemy mid laner. Cool stuff. Chapter 4. Zoning when ahead. Just kidding, this requires too much awareness and mechanics at the same time. Do not do this. Actual cool stuff. Chapter 4. Split pushing. As soon as T1 towers fall, you want to go to a side lane for 2 reasons. Obvious one is your ult. Stay safe, shove lane, blue trinket choke points. Only shove when your team is applying pressure, and if enemies are suspiciously long out of vision, don't be afraid to ult. If people are on their way to you, join your team and push with them. If you're on your own, keep pressuring, always only stepping out as much as wards allow you. Reason 2. Solar XP. One thing I haven't mentioned is a different skill order I take. It's not revolutionary, but still, I do not level up ults. Here's why. Leveling up your ult only gives you longer duration and a bit of lower CD. I rather focus on making fewer ults count by having longer stuns earlier, which means your abilities max at level 16 instead of 18. Cool stuff. Chapter 5. Team fighting. 2 types. Peel TF and carry TF. Not builds, just playstyles. Look at your team and their team. If you have enough damage in your team, play the insurance. Stunning threats that come near your carry and throwing out Q spells on cooldown. Carry TF. Keep your distance as long as they have CC abilities ready, and go in when there's a window, always giving yourself enough space to back off immediately. Stun, Q, back off. Your team should get the kill easily. Transition to pushing, Baron or ult to chase. If you decide for number 3, important is ult to the side, not behind them. Either you pick one off and create a 5v3 to get what objective you want, or they decide to turn on you, which makes them go closer to your team, and you should win the fight anyways. Obviously, there are more nuances to playing TF, but those do not matter in Plat and below. Focus on doing the mentioned points as best as you can. If you decide you have done that successfully, you can start putting your own playstyle into the mix. Going for more risky counter ganks, ulting on someone to 1v1 them if you're far enough ahead. But remember, climbing out of lower elos doesn't mean to make plays, but avoiding making mistakes, because your opponents will do them, and then you capitalize on them. So here's a summary. Lane safe, create outnumbering situations, gain an XP lead, secure teamfights, get objectives, win the game. This has been the only TF guide that matters. And if you think otherwise, get onto my face, bitch! Thanks for watching, consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Peace.